It is time for your late out of date NXT 2.0 review, 14th of June 2022, and we're here to review the show. Some actual decent segments on this show, so we're gonna dive straight into it. But we have the tag championships on the line. We have the Creed brothers taking on Edris Enofi and Blade. I believe the guy's name was. It's a throwaway match. I do not like these Creed brothers. It just seems like there's something off with them. This whole faction with Roderick Strong just sucks, if we're being perfectly honest. They've retained their titles. Am I supposed to care? Not fucking really. We then have Tiffany Stratton being defeated by Fallon Henley. I mean, Wendy Chu came out, roll up, good night. 3, 2, 1. Are we supposed to mark out about this? Probably not. Oh, it's the pre-breakout tournament. Oh man, we're still caring about that. No, really. Next up, best thing I've seen in wrestling actually a while. We had Apollo Crews sitting in a diner. He was talking about his life, and then he was like, "There's only 3 words: NXT." This was actually well done. Didn't mind this. And then there was like this guy in the diner slobbering to the waitress, and it showed you Apollo Crews going over, smashes his face off the fucking table. And then it like pans back to Apollo Crews and it's just what he imagined. And then it ends with him actually going over and fucking decking him. I thought this was actually really well done, if we're being perfectly honest. Was it the greatest thing I've ever seen in wrestling? No. But at the same time, compared to these days, like, it was actually pretty entertaining. I feel like NXT's got that up its locker now. I feel like Black and Gold NXT was just about the pro wrestling, which, to be honest, this day and age fucking sucks. Yeah, so it's just gymnastics, isn't it? We then had Wes Lee taking on Sarah Quinn. What chance did Wes Lee had here? Tell you what Wes did. He picked up the win. This Sanga guy was out there as well. We're supposed to care, man. Probably not. We had the Diad, who Joe Gacy has announced as his new buddy or whatever, taking on Dante Chen and Javier Bernal. I mean, it looks like Joe Gacy's moved out the world title picture, which is, I mean, I'm glad he's at that, like, but it's weird how you can go from that in NXT. It's like you can't even win the developmental title, so you have to go back doing the hang. Absolutely mess. Tony D'Angelo basically makes 2 dimes in stacks. Soldiers of the family, if you're familiar with this sort of stuff, Mafia, Sopranos, whatever you want to call it. This was alright. But they basically rejects Carmelo Hayes' offer, and then it looks like this match is set for next week. But in the tag match, they lose due to the Phantomos, whatever you call them, fucking the guy they've been feuding with faction. But this is actually really decent fucking segments with Legadio and all that stuff are pretty But apparently 2 dimes was actually released from WWE on Monday. So fuck knows where this is going, like, if you think of it from that point of view. Promote it to Soldier and demote it or no, released fucking prior, which is the best way. Braun Breaker taking on Duke Hudson. Braun Breaker beats him here, title on, who cares, man. Out comes boring bastard Cameron Grimes, basically says that I like you, Braun. Your daddy was Hall of Fame, but my daddy's looking down from heaven. He didn't get to live the privileged life that your daddy lived. Yeah, ho, brother. I care so much. We have Giovanni Vinci versus Guru Raj. Fucking next. Boring as fuck, guys. But then it was main event time. Toxic Attraction taking on Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez and Indy Hartwell. Oh yeah, main event time. It was alright. I mean, the faces win, which I'm not really surprised about, but Toxic Attraction, I mean, everyone in this match is pretty hot, so I mean, there's that point for it, but it was the segments that made this show. It really did. But the face team win. Perez gets the pinfall. And yeah, that's pretty much it for your NXT review, guys. We are a bit out of date and late for it. But decent segments. But it's like the wrestling. It's like you need to curb at the segments. You know what I mean? Like the Apollo Crews thing was good. But where's it going to go next week? Is it just going to go into a boring singles one-on-one match against some jobber? Probably. But for this show of NXT, I'll give it a 2 out of 10. Some decent stuff, but mostly shit.